Meanwhile, in the pod cave.
Hey, check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great.
And welcome back to another edition of the Podmen. I'm not Turd Ferguson. I'm Brad.
I'm Alex.
I'm Podman Ron.
All right. And
every time. You just gotta get the delay down.
yeah, he likes to have that dramatic pause in there.
I like that dramatic pause there.
That's what keeps the audience coming back week after week as we're back. And, you know, it's been kind of a slow news week, boys. I mean, nothing really has been going on too much other than, of course, the steamroller success that Shang-Chi is.
Man, I tell you what, it's still going.
Podman Ron, you know how to pick them. And as we get into what you're looking at later this episode, I have a little something to talk about that's related to Shang-Chi that I would like to talk about and maybe make some amends somewhere along the way. But before we get into that, let's get into the news. All right, and like I said, not a whole lot of news going on as we're anxiously awaiting the Eternals. But Podman Ron, right before in the green room, we were talking a little bit about Andrew Garfield and the upcoming Spider-Man. I always forget. No Way Home. Is that it? No Way Home.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Wait, No Way Home. That maybe the talks of this, the alleged Spider-Man reunion, is they've been greatly exaggerated.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that God, am I stumbling or what? I have not been drinking tonight. So.
No, have you had coffee yet?
I've had like 3 cups.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah,
well, there you go. That probably explains it.
No, I was reading earlier, you know, they came up last week or so, they had this picture of Andrew Garfield in the Spider-Man outfit, you know, on set supposedly, and, you know, people were like, oh, there he is, you know, he's in costume, and it leaked everywhere, and, you know, everybody was like, there's confirmation that he is going to be in No Way Home, which is the big rumor, because they're saying that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, it's all going to be all the Spider-Mans from the previous movies, and it's all the multiverse crap. So that hit last week, and then now Andrew Garfield's come on the record saying, no, wait a minute, you know, that was Photoshop. Well, actually, a couple of days ago, he's like, that was Photoshop. That was not me. It was a deep fake. Someone put on that Spider-Man. That's not me, blah, blah, blah. Well, then today I was reading that he is going on the record to say, y'all are, you know, people are going to be really disappointed in Far No Way Home, or what the fuck it's called.
Right.
Because he's not in it. He's saying, you guys are Marvel fans are going to be disappointed because I am not in this movie.
Wow.
So, like I was telling you earlier, you know, I don't know if this is just him doing a huge fake out,
right? Or
if maybe it's just Tobey Maguire in it, since it's Tobey Maguire's villains, or
he's in there for a total of 2 minutes.
Maybe that, but. But he is, you know, swearing that he is not in this movie. So, I don't know. You know, honestly, though, why would he even, you know, even if, say he wasn't in the movie, why would he be so adamant to say he wasn't in the movie? I mean, it's great publicity for him to say, yeah, I was in the movie.
Or they're just,
you know, if you want to believe I'm in it, go for it. You know, whatever.
Or you know, there's probably a contractual agreement for him not to say anything.
well, right. I didn't mean it like that, but might as well not say anything. Why say anything? Why
even say anything?
More? Right.
Maybe they're just trying to drum up some business, because it has been kind of quiet. Other than, you know, we had the trailer that came out and got everybody excited and all that kind of stuff for the Sinister Six. But again,
but you know, I mean, Marvel has a knack of, at least the TV shows, of disappointing, because Vision, Scarlet Witch, you know, WandaVision was. Everybody was kind of disappointed how that all ended up. You know, we were all believing the Quicksilver was going to be the real Quicksilver, or Mephisto was coming, or but we were all let down.
Left
by
with
that
a boner.
ending, so, yeah, exactly. So,
but didn't Alex? You're the more cerebral of the three of us, at least. Didn't Vision, Scarlet Witch, or whatever, WandaVision, win an Emmy or something, right? Or was it nominated?
It won 3 Emmys.
Yeah. So how about that? So you're talking about how disappointing the Marvel TV shows are. Alex is over here saying disappointed by the Emmy-winning Marvel TV shows.
Yeah, the Emmy-winning Marvel shows.
Yeah, so take that.
Won for song.
They won for music.
All right.
They won for makeup and costuming.
Okay.
And I think visual effects.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little spotty there towards the end on that visual effects, but.
Dad, are you a visual effects expert?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, he is.
Yes, son, I am. I am not. So I'll just. I will concede to you on the visual.
I don't.
Because I really don't give a shit, honestly.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either. WandaVision. I think we've all stated how wildly disappointing WandaVision was.
But it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. You know what? It kept people talking for 5-6 weeks when it was on, but like I said, it kind of ended with a thud, so it was a little disappointing. But it did have great songs. I loved all those tunes that they wrote for it. I thought that's a well-deserved Emmy right there.
All right, go retro with the costumes and the songs, and you can win a few Emmy. Our good friend Don Cheadle did not win. Is that correct?
He didn't win. He didn't win for Best Guest Actor.
But someone else did win. Claire Foy, or somebody won for a minute and a half appearance on The Crown or something like that. So I really thought Don Cheadle may have had a chance there. But,
a minute and a half? I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Emmys have sunk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody even cared. Again, when I opened it up, it's like, did they happen? Have they happened? When was? No one cares about that anymore, I don't think, do they?
I didn't see any advertising for it.
Yeah.
Usually I see Emmys like all the time. Didn't see one. Like, I was like, all right, cool. Well, it didn't even trend. I don't even think the Emmys was trending, like on Twitter or anything.
Not trending on our podcast, evidently.
It just didn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But you know what does matter is going back in time and fixing things. And that's what we saw a little bit in the trailer for Picard. And Podman Ryan, I know you are a huge Picard fan.
Here's where I become irrelevant to the conversation.
This is where
Alex
This is where we all take a nap, because Podman Ron's going to talk about how much he loves Jean-Luc Picard.
Well, I did not like the first season of that show, and
now the third season.
I'm just. You know what? If this first season wasn't so bad, if it wouldn't have been so bad, I would probably be a little bit more excited about this trailer. But I just don't have high hopes for this. I mean, it looks a little bit interesting. It looks a little bit better, but I know how bad they screwed up the first season, so I'm going to be very optimistic, cautious about it.
And you know how bad Star Trek No Way Home was, or whatever. Whatever that was. Didn't we already go back in time to save the whales? Why does Jean-Luc have to go back in time again?
Wouldn't they run into each other a lot?
Wouldn't that be great? Why not have Jean-Luc go back to the 80s and run into Spock and Kirk?
Spock and them,
that would be great. So did they run out of budget? Are they like, you know what? These fucking spaceships are expensive. Let's go back in time to 2021 and
that's convenient.
That's convenient. Yeah. So I don't know. It always feels a little sticky when they do that. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent. I was really let down by Picard. So
wow.
What streaming service is that on? Which one of them?
Paramount. Used to be CBS, but now it's Paramount. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, no one cares about Star Trek. All right, so enough about that nonsense. Something that everybody does care about, something that's right on target.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy there are arrows more dangerous than that one?
All right, that's right. We finally get a sneak peek at the long-awaited Hawkeye. Another, and Alex, you're wincing a little bit. I'm not sure if that's excitement or.
I'm so excited.
Wow. Well, I'll go ahead and throw my joke out here up top. Now that Shang-Chi can be the most boring Marvel character ever, Hawkeye can really let loose here. Hawkeye looks fucking excitement here. I mean, he is no longer watching paint dry, this Jeremy Renner character. He has relinquished that bow and arrow over to Shang-Chi as the most boring character now, I think. Podman Ron, what did you think about this one? Are you excited about Hawkeye finally?
Yeah, I gotta say, this is what I feel like Captain
Winter Soldier?
Captain Winter Soldier, what the fuck it was called. This is what I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier should have been. Like, this looks like a buddy, fun TV show, not filled with a bunch of fucking political bullshit. Feels like it's going to be and like I told Alex, you can never go wrong when you make your drop setting to Christmas. You know, I mean...
Did Shane Black write this show?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can never go wrong when your backdrop is Christmas.
A buddy action movie in Christmas. Go ahead, Alex.
Shane Black actually would have been perfect as a writer on this show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking about, like, Nice Guys. Like, that's perfect.
Iron Man? Yeah, Iron Man 3 or
I don't,
2.
I obviously, from my review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I disagree with PMR's assessment of that show. I don't think Hawkeye or Falcon and Winter Soldier should be like this. Captain America is a political character just from the name itself. But Hawkeye, man, this show's taking my favorite comic book run, Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, and just put it on the big screen. And it looks so
It does look good. I will concede to you saying that, because you always said that Matt Fraction run was great.
Everybody loved it.
And it was entertaining, but it's not my Hawkeye, you know. It's not.
It is your Hawkeye.
It ain't the Hawkeye I grew up with. So,
and like Brad said, this is the first time where Jeremy Renner seems like he can actually show some charisma.
Yeah, actually, he did.
Like he had sarcastic looks on his face.
Yeah.
He wasn't so wooden.
He's letting loose. I'm telling you.
I was like, wow. And that shot of him, like, my favorite shot on the trailer is the one of him like zip lining above the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
In Rockefeller Square. I was like, wow, that's so pretty. It looks great. It looks really good.
The actress that they got playing Kate Bishop,
right?
Perfect.
Steinfeld.
I mean, it just looked like a really fun show. It's going to be. I hope I'm not disappointed. I mean, these Marvel shows have been kind of, they've not really just wowed me too much so far. So this one looks the best out of all the trailers I've seen. I just absolutely love this trailer.
I hope this one and Moon Knight and She-Hulk all make the grade for you.
Although, Moon Knight's costume, if what I've been seeing is the actual costume that they're going with, it looks pretty damn cool. So I'm looking forward to that too. But yeah, the Hawkeye trailer, that's spot on, man. It's
right on target.
Right on target.
They hit a bullseye with you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good, Brian.
And then there's the rumor that Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin may be in it, right?
No, I heard Mephisto was going to be in it, too.
No. There could be, what's his face? Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin, right, Alex?
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin from Daredevil.
All right. Why not?
People would lose their shit if he was.
I guess so.
I think I would lose my shit.
People loved it. People loved it. I'll have to go back and watch a little bit. I never finished watching season 3 of Daredevil. Was there 3 seasons of it?
Yeah, it was excellent.
Okay.
Hey, Alex, was season 3 when the Kingpin rose to power?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When he actually
was,
became the Kingpin.
it was
I don't
amazing
know
what
if I
they did.
watched
The,
all of it.
the story in that was incredible. I mean, it
Daredevil's
was
one of my
really,
favorite time.
yeah, those were 3 strong seasons of a show.
Was it?
Season
Okay.
2 is pretty good, but season 3 is amazing. It just starts out really slow.
Yeah.
Season 3, the first half is kind of a slog, but that back half is intense as hell. Yeah, cannot recommend Daredevil high enough.
Okay, well, I may try to watch that. If it's
Pretty
on
good.
anywhere, is it still on Netflix or no? They took it off. It is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
they own that turd, so.
They own it forever.
I didn't know if they had to bury it deep, deep, deep.
No, it's still up there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
You'll have
maybe.
to watch Fiscal Luke Cage again. I don't think we're ever going to.
No Luke Cage,
So-
no Jessica Jones, no Iron Fist.
So when is Hawkeye premiering? Is it like November 22nd, I believe?
Yeah, it's the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
All right, great family fun. Gather everybody around and watch Hawkeye.
Gather around,
and the big
everybody.
thing is that everybody's saying, "Oh my God, he's got a hearing aid. He's got a hearing
Yeah,
aid."
what's
That's the big shocker.
Well, that's from the Matt Fraction book.
Yeah,
Of course.
everybody's excited.
But the thing is he's never had it before in the movie, so I don't know.
He may have got it during the Endgame battle.
That's what.
There you go.
Yeah, retcon. Excellent.
Easy.
He stood nothing. I don't have anything.
I got nothing for you. Well,
I got nothing on that. I'm just whatever.
all right. Well, speaking of
Got rid
some,
of the Mohawk.
what's that?
He got rid of the Mohawk.
He did. Yeah, he's
Well,
looking kind of normal.
Well,
and-
he's a family man now. His family's back. Did he get rid of all the tats? Is he all tatted up?
Well,
see
Linda
anything.
Cardellini didn't show up in the trailer, so I'm
I
wondering
know.
maybe they got divorced. Maybe she was like, no. The
No,
tats.
come on, this is
No,
enough.
because he's talking to her on the phone.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he could be talking to his daughter. All he says is baby. Like, baby, it's okay.
and it is a little thing we like to call movie magic, where they can talk to an actor on the phone, but the actor actually not really there.
What? No, it's gonna be
No
there,
way.
man.
Yeah, it's called movie magic. You'll understand. It's an insider type thing.
There's no reason to make him divorce. I mean, it's not like he's gonna bang Kate Bishop. I mean,
Brad,
you
this
know,
is why
so-
this is why you get the big bucks.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're just saying that maybe she's just she's literally not in it, but physically the actress is not there. It doesn't mean that they have to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since
I
he's
just say
obviously-
fuck their marriage.
all right. Well, speaking of things that have ended,
This is Doc.
This one hurt.
Sometimes I feel like a spider, even though I'm a moth. Just barely hanging on to my web with an everlasting fire underneath me. I'm not feeling good. And so the doctor says, "Moth, man, you're troubled. But you should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here?" And then the moth said, "Because the light was on."
all right. Well, that can only mean that Norm MacDonald passed away
Wow.
suddenly. Loss of who everybody's now calling a comic legend, right?
Well, you know what? I mean, honestly, I never understood why, other than the fact that he didn't fit in with the progressives of Hollywood, because he insulted everybody.
Right.
And, I mean, he is brutal in the stand-up. I mean, in anything he's in, actually. He was... God, I hate to hear that he passed away.
No,
because
you're not
he
thinking
was
of Dennis
hilarious.
Miller, right?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, come on.
Because he
Have you-
didn't
have
fit
you
in
just-
either, right?
Have you ever just listened to go to YouTube?
I need to
and
do
just,
that.
Just put in the best of Norm MacDonald, and there's like a shitload of just different clips of his throughout the years on Letterman, on SNL, on wherever, and then some of it's just a stand-up routine. And I mean, I guarantee you'll be crying laughing because
Okay.
he's just so brutal with people.
I'll give him a
And,
shot.
and the whole reason, he got fired from Saturday Night Live. And
Right.
The whole reason being is because the big executive programming of Saturday Night Live of NBC was best friends with O.J. Simpson, and so Norm MacDonald was, doing the Weekend Update,
Right.
and every joke was about O.J. Simpson, and week after week, and So the guy fired him for it, pretty much. I mean, he never said that. He's like, "Oh, you're not funny. That's why we're firing you." But it was basically because of that. I mean, but his OJ jokes, his Michael Jackson jokes, oh my God, they're freaking hilarious.
I loved him in Billy McGuire, or no, not Happy. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. What? No, it was shit. Was it? He was in Billy McGuire, right? I don't know. One of those Adam Sandler movies. Yeah.
You've got to, he's in Mike Tyson Mysteries. He was.
That's right. I think Adult Swim ran a bunch of Mike Tyson's as a tribute. As a tribute, as we're all doing now.
Well, what's funny though, Brandon, you kind of said it, is that all these people now are just not like realizing how funny he actually was, and they're just putting it out there, But he really was. I mean, he just didn't get the credit he really deserved, because I honestly think that no one wanted to put him in anything because he was just ruthless. He just didn't give a shit. So, it's funny. Y'all should. Yeah, he will huge miss. If y'all want to laugh, just go to YouTube, listen to some of his stuff. It's great.
All right. Well, after people listen and laugh to our podcast, maybe they can do that. Maybe you don't drive our audience away there, Podman Ron.
Well,
yeah, Podman Ron.
Sorry about that.
Stop what you're doing now.
Just go ahead.
Just go ahead.
Get a better show. Just
save yourself a little
20-year-old clips of Norm MacDonald.
Well, speaking of, I'm trying to figure out a way to segue from Norm MacDonald to movies here. Speaking of throwbacks a little bit, 20 years ago, let's head to the movies real quick. I want to talk about something. The fresh in theaters and on HBO Max last week, Malignant. I'm assuming that you have watched this, Podman Ron. Oh, God.
What's Malignant?
Yeah.
Is that the Snow White's
yes.
evil stepmother?
Yes. It's a new horror movie from the master of horror, modern master of horror, James Wan, from The Conjuring and Aquaman, of course, and a Fast and Furious movie here and there, and Saw. And so this was his long-awaited. Here's a new series, a new story, so to speak, in the horror world. Malignants premiered on HBO Max and in theaters this past week. And yeah, I figured no one would watch it but me. But me, my sons and I watched it. You still have a chance. You still have a few more weeks to catch up on. I'll go ahead and give it a rating of maybe a 2.
Never mind.
It's the only thing that would probably give it. It could be a 3, but I say it's a throwback. And Podman Ron, I'm sure you will remember the reference that I'll go to here as I spoil it. It's a completely forgettable story up until the third act, where it kind of says, this is what this stupid thing is about. It's a throwback to me to Basket Case from early 80s horror movie. Does that ring a bell to you, Podman Ron?
Basket Case?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that dumb movie.
Okay, well, this is it. This is kind of it. She's not.
Oh, it's a malignant tumor.
Bingo. Yes.
Oh my
God. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you, because again, if you wanted to see it, you would have seen it by now. But yeah, the evil twin is still. They try to cut him out of the main character. And they don't get him all the way out, so they just kind of shoved him back into her head, and then eventually he comes out. So he starts killing people.
Is it like that episode of Family Guy when Peter Griffin had that little tumor that popped out of his neck?
I don't remember that, but probably the only thing, the only redeeming value here is that the fight scene, especially at the end, is just so over the top ridiculous that it's all computer generated, of course, but the actress is fighting everybody and killing people and slashing people, but doing it backwards because she's being controlled by this thing in the back of her head. So she's facing backwards and she's moving backwards and all that stuff. Completely ridiculous. Alex, if you watch it, you can watch the first 5 minutes and then fast forward until about 20 minutes to the end, I would say.
Okay, cool. I can do that. That's easy.
So is it? I mean, what's it on? Is it streaming or is it?
Oh my gosh! Yes, it
has to be streaming because I know
times.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, here goes number 7. It's on HBO Max and in theaters.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, there you go. But no, when it got to that point, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now, and I can appreciate this movie. That it's almost a throwback to the old 80s slasher movies type stuff. So before I was looking at it like it was The Conjuring and supposed to be spooky and creepy. And I'm like, well, this is neither spooky nor creepy. This is kind of ridiculous. And then it kind of goes all out, balls to the walls. And I'm like, okay, well, I think it's supposed to be ridiculous. So anyway, so it's kind of a good time.
I'm sending y'all a picture of it. Does it look like this?
Is that... and I think, are you sending me a picture? Oh, yeah, a little bit like that. A little bit like Peter Griffith with the mini Peter Griffith on
Alex? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's it. I've already seen it. I saw it on Family Guy.
Good enough. Yeah, you do not need to see it anymore.
So, what would you rate this movie?
Alex, what am I?
He literally already rated.
What am I? Is my mic on?
I was
Alex?
busy looking up that picture for you guys, so you know.
Oh, okay. Podman Ron was busy doing research while I give a fucking review.
I was doing research while you were talking.
I said I would give it a 2 because it really isn't.
Okay.
It's a completely throwaway movie. If they make a second one to try to make a series out of it, it'd probably be a lot more fun because it would completely forego any build up. And now that you kind of know the shtick of it, it'd be like, okay, you could have a lot of fun with this character and everything. But it definitely reminded me of Basket Case from the early 80s. Kind of
Basket Case?
Yeah. Classic movie, which had like 2 or 3 spin-offs. So yeah, Malignant has some chops there.
It's got some legs.
Got some legs, so to speak. All right. Any other movies before I continue talking here?
I have not seen anything.
Oh my god!
And when I haven't seen, I still haven't seen Shang-Chi. I still haven't seen Free Guy or Candyman or any of these movies I wanted to see. Like, I haven't seen anything, and I'm like,
But you have been watching movies.
Yeah, I've been watching movies.
Well, give us one.
I watched Lady Bird again the other day.
Okay.
What's Ladybug? What? Ladybug?
It's a movie by Greta Gerwig.
Coming of age tale.
It's a coming of age tale. It's very good.
A young a young girl blossoming into a woman.
Yep, I was watching.
You actually watched that?
It's an amazing movie. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. But I watched it to look at the cinematography because I was trying to get some inspiration, and I really like the natural kind of, I don't know, more established shots of Lady Bird. I thought it was really pretty. I watched some rom-coms.
Okay, we know you love a good rom-com.
Who does?
Yeah, most of the time, most of the ones I watched are ones I already talked about. But I watched Notting Hill and 4 Weddings and a Funeral again.
Jesus, Hugh, here we go with Hugh Grant again.
All right,
lovely movies.
All right,
I watched 500 Days of Summer.
Okay, that's good.
Mark Webb, the director of Amazing Spider-Man. I did rewatch The Amazing Spider-Man.
Did you get your son? Did you get your period?
Oh,
are you wearing a training bra?
Sexism.
Your little boobies pop up.
Casual sexism.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, Alex, because I don't think you have yet. Have you watched Adaptation yet?
No.
Jesus. All right. And now I'll continue this. You talked about cinematography. Can I interest you in a little side of Terence Malick?
Who?
Director Terence Malick. He is known for his cinematography.
He is known for his cinematography. I've seen a lot of stills. I don't think I may have watched one movie. I don't remember what it was.
Tree of Life is good, but it may not. I think you would enjoy it, but I think you may have to be a father with a young son to really appreciate it and make you cry at the end. Or you may have to be a young son with a father to make you cry at the end. But
not young.
Also, oh my God, what was his John Smith and Pocahontas. What was his movie? Well, The New World. The New World was really good.
Okay.
Colin Farrell was in it, and Christian Bale, I believe. But yeah, Terence Malick. Terence Malick, if you want cinematography.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Because that's pretty much all I've been doing, like, these last couple of weeks, is just watching stuff and reading things just so I can have some sort of idea of what the hell I'm doing.
All right.
It's exciting. It's very exciting.
And I'm not sure if it's still on HBO Max. It may be, but I think I've tried to get you to, and you may have watched In the Mood for Love.
I almost watched that the other day.
Wong Kar-wai. That is the most beautiful movie ever made, music-wise and cinematography-wise. Wong Kar-wai, it stars one of Podman Ron's favorite, Tony Leung, who played the Mandarin in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I almost watched that.
Oh, my God. You got to. It's slow as fuck, and the music is monotonous, but it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Shit. I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit.
Anything by Wong Kar-wai, just about,
yeah.
I will give a vote to.
I think we did, like, a lesson on him in my international film class this semester.
There you go.
Yeah. Very influential.
Yeah, keep an eye on the boxes. Everything, he has a frame within a frame, which is a very Japanese way. If you've studied Japanese cinema, like I claim to, Yasujiro Ozu from the 1950s, a Japanese movie director from the 1950s, would always shoot low, and everything would be a frame within a frame. And Wong Kar-wai does the same thing. There's always frames within a frame, which represent that the characters are boxed in with their lives. So anyway,
I would suggest watching a Quinn Martin production.
I would suggest going to another.
He used to do that as with the beginning.
Those opens,
like circles or squares and stuff.
I think you should go on Adult Swim and watch the Mac Tyson shorts.
That's even better.
Hey, those Quinn Martin stuff. Better. All right,
Quinn Martin production, nothing like it.
That's true. Those opens.
That's when men were men.
Those
men were men, man.
Yeah, they did not watch Lady Bird or the next movie.
They didn't watch Lady Bird, yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna be honest, PMR, you would bawl watching Lady Bird. That movie's beautiful.
That's a coming of age film. I'm
bawling on the inside right now, son.
For different reasons.
I don't think Brad really cares for it, but I love that movie.
I thought it was good. It didn't do much for me, but I recognized that it was good.
It's very good. Did you like Little Women?
Never saw that one.
Pretty good.
All right. Well, since we're on it, and I don't want you to catch all of the heat here, Alex, I will go ahead and throw this out here and claim that Cruella on Disney Plus is kind of one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
No fucking way.
I thought it was pretty fantastic, to be honest with you. And I hate myself for saying it. But my wife was like, yeah, I want to watch this. So the family sat down and watched it. I stayed awake for it, and the boys didn't. It had the most fantastic soundtrack. It takes place in the 70s in England. It's in England. I didn't know if it was a real country or, a made-up country. So it's all like 70s Brit pop bands, Rolling Stones and all this kind of stuff. And David Bowie or whatever. The soundtrack is phenomenal. Emma Stone is fantastic, and it really brings to life this character that you really thought you could give a shit less about and you didn't need to know a story of. It's about the fashion world and woman's revenge and all this stuff. And I thought they did a great job with the character arc. And again, bringing this character to life that you had no idea you wanted to know this story. So I highly recommend Cruella, actually. I'm sad to say that, but I do.
That was a glowing review.
The reason I say it was one of the better movies I've seen in a long time, because I had such low expectations of it. It was my wife's kind of pick and everything. And so I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll watch it. And then I started watching it, and the tone of the movie, the music and everything, and I was captured right off the bat with it. And I'm like, wow, this is a kind of a fantastic movie. So
what score would you give it?
I don't know if I would go quite as far as a 5, but it would probably be inching up there for a 5. Wow. I was completely blown away by it. So I definitely want to watch it again. I think that a lot of it was the tone of the movie and the soundtrack. I really dug it, baby.
You really dug it, baby.
So now that we've completely disappointed Podman Ron, what movies do you have? Any new movies?
I did not have anything. It's been a crazy week, so I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't have anything on the movie front.
Wow.
So.
All right.
Oh, I tried to go see The Green Knight, but and then work got in the way, so
okay.
it didn't happen. So.
I would love to hear your review of The Green Knight.
Well, if I ever get a chance to, if work put in work,
quit bothering you. Yeah.
Another movie I really want to see. I really want to see The Green Knight.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. I think. I don't know. I don't know much about. I don't know if I've even watched the trailer to it, but I think I still would like to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move over to the movies, I think I asked this. Maybe I don't know if you were even on the show. I don't think you were, Alex. Another movie that I claim to be either the greatest movie of all time or the worst movie of all time is Annette on Amazon Prime.
I've heard of this.
What are we doing? What is this?
It's kind of like me and Alex
I'm on
talking.
The Office, ladies.
Ow.
Welcome to the Finer Things podcast.
The Finer Things podcast. What the fuck is going on here?
Alex and I haven't talked in a while. We're catching up, man. Leave us
we're catching
alone.
up on good movies.
All right.
Just go look for funny memes.
Just wait till I start talking about Ted Lasso. That's coming up next.
I've got a Ted Lasso reference as well.
Oh my goodness!
I know we need to have our own podcast, Alex. All right, so real quick, Alex, I praised in a previous episode about this. Annette, either the best movie or the worst movie, either the best music or the worst music, but it's a musical. Adam Driver and Marianne Cotillard and Simon Helberg, who's in it for like 5 minutes, but very bizarre. Bizarrely directed and storytelling. It's not necessarily non-linear. It's all completely linear. A filthy comedian falls in love with an opera singer, and they give birth to a baby that is a puppet. It's literally a puppet. But you kind of understand why toward the end. The songs in the movie has stuck with me, and I think I've watched it. It's like 2.5 hours long on Amazon Prime. I think I've watched it like 3 or 4 times. So
what?
Yeah.
Is it one of those movies that like people want to get nominated for Best Picture?
I don't know. Again, I need you to see it. I trust your opinion, Alex. I need you to see it and tell me if this is a piece of shit or it's brilliant. Because I'm not sure. I could go either way.
That's nerve-wracking.
But I kind of, if I'm being honest, I kind of fell in love with Adam Driver on this. He was fantastic.
I could have fallen in love with Adam Driver a long time ago.
I know. My gosh. Podman Ron is so disappointed in both of us.
I've got a new segment going on the Podman
the Pod Girls
text chain. Yeah, no. It's called the Crazy Cat Lady or 80s Sex Symbol.
Oh, very nice. I see that. Who is that?
You guess. It could be Crazy Cat Lady or 80s Sex Symbol. This segment really doesn't work for our listeners. So.
No, it doesn't. But we'll take that offline. She looks familiar.
Okay. Well, there you go.
She does look familiar, but I can't tell if it's maybe someone we went to high school with or not. But anyway, all right. Enough of the girl talk.
My mind to continue to wander here.
The Pod Girls with Brad and Alex. The only thing good is that Podman Ron, you can't disown me. So, all right. Speaking of disowning people, let's see what's on TV.
Yeah.
All right, what if the show continues to sink to lower levels?
Yes, absolutely, man.
We get it.
I battled for this show.
You did.
I battled hard for this show.
I don't think I've actually ever I don't think I've battled for this show. Oh, I have battled for this show. But
Yeah, you battled for the show.
Are you kidding me, Alex?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about, Alex?
I battled for one episode. I battled for one.
All right.
But I'm just saying, it's slowly every week. It's getting just not as good as the week before.
All right. Well,
although I did like, I don't want to say I like. I felt like this week was better than the Doctor Strange week.
Yes, definitely.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Doctor Strange was so sleepy time. All right, before we get into arguing about it, because the What If is such a divisive show, it seems like.
It really is.
So this week's episode, just to set it up, is what if Killmonger and Tony Stark were buddies? So in the first Iron Man movie, when he's in Afghanistan or wherever, and he almost gets killed and gets kidnapped, what if Killmonger comes in and saves them, and they become best buds? So that's the setup. That's the premise. Is that little tangent universe was created when Killmonger came in and saved Tony Stark. So Podman Ron, give me a break here. Tell me what's going on.
I mean, you did a fine job just explaining it. He comes in,
why did you hate
Stark. I'm not a big Killmonger fan to begin with. And it just seems, to the point before, it just seems like this is just an odd mix. I mean, and I'm okay with odd mixes with What If, but this just didn't land with me. It just seemed like it was really far-fetched, and it wasn't enjoyable. It was not enjoyable at all. It was not fun. It was not fun to watch. It was just kind of boring.
Wow.
Yeah. And Alex, I assume you watched it?
Yeah, yeah. This is, I think, on par with the third episode for me, where it was just kind of fine.
Which one was that? The Avengers?
That was the Avengers
Hank
Tide
Pym?
one.
Yeah. And did we talk about the zombie one yet?
No, we have not.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
But it's like this one, I felt like it's the same thing with the third episode. It's like these are probably the two most like in MCU like I can imagine them. You know, like they don't really stray outwardly like crazy from the MCU canon that we know. So it's kind of like okay, and I like how they use, you know, the history of the MCU. Like I like how they go through the history of Iron Man and like. And that Killmonger's like really like smart in this. Like he does have a good plan, kind of. I guess.
Yeah, it's a great plan.
He has a plan, but I mean, but it was just. I agree. It was just kind of boring. Like I was like, I like both of these characters, but I think the biggest downside of this episode that it has going for it and why it doesn't land is mainly because Robert Downey Jr. is not there voicing Tony Stark. Like really, like if it was actually like I don't think the guy who's voicing him is doing a bad job.
No, I
was gonna say I thought he did an okay job. I mean,
yeah, but it's just like there's something that just like takes me out of it because Jeff Bridges didn't return, Robert Downey Jr. didn't return. There's only like 3 people in the cast that like actually returned and that had like major speaking roles. So it's like, and I also was a little bit off put. Spoilers that when Black Panther died this episode. I get that the series was finished and written before Chadwick Boseman sadly passed away, but it was a little too close to home actually seeing him die that I was like, I didn't need to go through with this. But yeah, it's fine. Lower tier.
I mean, to your point, I mean, it was. I didn't like the way it ended either, and spoilers here. It was like, okay, so it ended with him taking over Wakanda. But then Shuri is teaming up with Pepper,
right?
And they're going to fight him, and then it just ends. So I mean,
I think we're noticing a trend that a lot of these episodes are very open-ended,
right?
And
that's fine, you know. And looking back at some of the old What If stories, they would do that sometimes. You know, I mean, they would just.
Yeah, but I think we're actually going to come back to a lot of these.
Yeah,
like, I do.
That's what I'm afraid of.
There was only one. There was one What If story back in the 70s and 80s that had a continuation. I don't know if you remember this, Brad, but it was it was a continuation of the very first What If. And the very first What If that ever happened was what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four?
Right.
And at the end of that issue, what happened was Sue Storm left the team and didn't marry Reed Richards. She ended up marrying the Submariner. So flash forward, about 2 years later, they did a sequel to that. Maybe 3 years later, they did a sequel to that. What if Sue Richards married Submariner? And it was a continuation off of that. So anyway, fun fact to know and tell.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Aside from the voice, though, I'm still a little bit off put by the animation, I think, and especially in this episode, Tony Stark just kind of looked really weird. He was very off-putting to me.
I like the animation. There's just something odd and weird about it. I like the way they make the Watcher just kind of, appear faded in the sunset or the moonscape or whatever. I like it. It's got a certain creepy feel to it.
I like it.
I don't mind it too much.
I think I kind of agree with Brad. I like it with wide shots or like action. I really like it then. But with just two characters talking, it's weird.
Yeah, just off-putting. It's not bad. It's just,
yeah. Yeah, it's just like there's a level of realism, but also just the way, I don't know, just the pudginess of the face where I'm like, it's just something weird going on here. And it's like, I don't know.
I will just say this, and you said it, Alex, about being boring, is the fact that, I'm watching it, and at one point I was like, oh my God, how long is this one? I felt like I'd been watching it for like an hour. Almost.
Yes.
So I looked at it.
Yeah.
I even turned on the thing to see how much more time I had. And it was like, oh, I'm on 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And it was only like a 35-minute episode.
Really long.
Like, it was so long feeling.
It felt like it could have ended about 3 times.
Yeah. It was very long and unnecessarily so.
Yeah. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it will spruce up a little bit.
In the end, this is like the one show like I was really excited for, but I honestly don't care if it's good or bad. Because I think it's just. I agree with you on that. It's really a hit and miss show, but I just figured it's 30 minutes, so I'm not investing too much time into it. So. And that's the thing that you have to, like, I think in the end, it's like, I think it's, we mentioned that this show is so divisive, but that's really because this show is 30 minutes, and everyone's going to have a different taste of what they like in a 30-minute little episode. So,
just want a good one. Just want a good story.
Brad, have you...
Well, I like the first one. I like the Avengers one. I thought that was I liked that one, and I like the Guardians one. The zombie one, I could take it or leave it. That was kind of.
Brad, what did you think of the zombie episode?
I guess it was okay. Again, it was just sort of. I just didn't care for anything, and then having Ant-Man's head going full Futurama and everything was just sort of like that. It was just whatever, and it should be called Whatever instead of What If. And then Vision was, keeping zombie Wanda fed and all that stuff, and then just within a matter of seconds, he was like, you know what? I think I did fuck up. It was just kind of very bizarre, and I think that their problem is, and I get why they have to do it or feel like they have to do it. They're so limited because they're only playing with the cinematic universe characters. If you had what if the Avengers fought the Squadron Supreme or some kind of bullshit stuff like that, then it's like, okay, I would love to see that or something, but they can only play with these small subset of characters almost. So that I don't know how much good storytelling they can do there without going too deep into the Marvel canon. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're kind of limited, and I think that is a problem, that they are kind of just stuck in this endless cycle that they really can only use content from movies that we've already seen. So there's only a certain level of originality that can come with any of this.
Right.
Just so it's like, I don't really blame the writers. I mean, they're trying to write clever things into a 30-minute episode.
Sure.
And they're doing a good job, but it's just like, I just think from a premise, I'm starting to see the cracks that this just isn't necessarily an interesting story holistically.
Right.
But whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think you're right that we're going to see a lot of these characters that, the zombie episode will appear in Captain Britain episode or whatever type stuff. But we'll see. Over to some happier stuff. And you don't get much happier than Ted Lasso.
Oh, I'm out.
Whoa. Podman Ron out.
No, I'm just go back to my little. I'll send y'all some more funny memes.
Oh, okay. Alex, tell me how much you love Ted Lasso.
I fucking love Ted Lasso.
Do you love Ted Lasso enough to forgive the Christmas episode, though?
Ouch. What's that? What's the Christmas episode?
The Christmas episode was the episode which occurred at Christmas time in the Ted Lasso.
Was it bad?
I thought it was pretty weak.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Yeah. I think that in the first episode of this season are probably the weakest episodes of Ted Lasso yet. But what I will say is that this season, I'm sure, have you caught up all the way to...
No.
Oh, wow.
I may be missing 2 episodes.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Wow. As of right now, this season has a lot more drama than last. And it's really good. The writing just now after episode 8, and I'm really excited for episode 9 tomorrow. But it is just really... PMR has sent us another name this 80s hottie. She looks like a chain smoker.
I got that one already.
You know who this one is?
Yes, already answered it. Boom.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Please continue, Alex.
But yeah,
for everyone taking, it's Justine Bateman, everyone.
But Ted Lasso, I will say, I think it still reigns supreme as the probably best written show on TV right now. In terms of character, plot escalation, like it has very good pacing, and the jokes finally I think are really, really coming to forefront again. And I think I don't know. This season started a little weak on writing, but it's cemented itself once again as this giant that does not get enough love. Because TV Plus.
What?
I will try to catch up on it.
Everyone loves Ted Lasso that watches Ted Lasso, but not a lot of people watch Ted Lasso.
True.
Which is sad. I think it's a miracle of a show.
Wow.
I think it's an absolute miracle.
Do you watch Migadoon?
No.
Oh my God, Alex. How the fuck am I watching all these musicals and you aren't doing shit?
Dude, I don't know. I watched.
What happened to me? What happened to my life, Alex?
I don't know. You've gotten into the musical scene. I will be watching Dear Evan Hansen this week.
That got really poor reviews.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. I'm ready to make. I saw the trailer and I knew it was going to be terrible, so I'm ready.
What do you mean you thought it was going to be terrible? You don't think it looks good, Alex?
No, it looks absolutely awful. I thought it looked terrible from the first trailer.
But you love this. You love the play. You love the stage.
Yeah, you like the play. So
I love the musical. I've seen it twice. I really love that show. But the movie looks terrible. It always looked terrible. I don't know who. I don't know who thought it would make a good movie. It does not. It should never have been translated. But
how's it different? I mean, it's in a high school. It's in a home. I mean, it's not like you're taking. I mean,
it's just not. It's not moved. It is meant for the stage. It is just not. It's not something I think that needed to be translated. And also, I don't know why Ben Platt wanted to keep playing. That man's like 28, and he was like, "I'm gonna play a 16-year-old again." Like,
well, I thought he was. I thought he was special, like special needs.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Dear Evan Hansen.
No.
Evidently, I'm wrong, right?
Yeah. No. Do you want to know the spoilers for Dear Evan Hansen?
No, I'd like to see the movie. It looks pretty good.
Oh God. Yeah. We got another Shang-Chi on our hands.
I give Dear Evan Hansen a 5 out of 5.
Best movie ever. I loved it.
Act what I like.
Bad story, bad acting, 5. Oh God.
I still haven't seen Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Well,
haven't seen it.
Well, I was going to, but we've got a good segue here. I was going to save it for my retro review, but I'll go ahead and say it now to get into it and maybe give a little bit of credence back to Podman Ron, but maybe not too much. I forced myself to get through the first couple of episodes of Kim's Convenience on Netflix, starring Simu Liu, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. And I kind of love it. I kind of love Kim's Convenience now. And I tie that into Ted Lasso in the sense that it's just a pretty well-written show. That is just kind of a nice, heartwarming show. There's nothing too, heavy in it or anything like that. It's not, have sexy jokes or filthy jokes like Family Guy or anything like that. It's just kind of a good all-around family show. And the Shang-Chi, because I can't say his real name, how do you say his name, Alex?
I thought it was just Simu Liu.
Simu Liu.
That's the American way to say it.
Yes. Yeah.
The Chinese is very complicated.
Yeah. He shows more emotion in Kim's Convenience than he does in Shang-Chi.
Well, that's not hard.
So he's a much more likable character in Kim's Convenience than Shang-Chi that he's getting all this praise for. So I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, oh my God, I like this TV show, and I like the character. So you recommend
the TV show?
I recommend the TV show, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Is it 30-minute episodes?
30-minute episodes. I think it's maybe 5 seasons or so. Ran in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that... Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was on there that long. Was that a TBS show?
No, it's a Canadian show. It's in Canada. It takes place in Canada and all that stuff. And it's about a Korean family that owns a convenience store on the corner. So it's kind of like Fred Sanford of the New Age. I don't know.
Wow.
But it's a little bit like that. It's a single camera type shoot. It's not like a multi-camera on a stage or a sound stage or anything. But to me, it was a little bit of a throwback to kind of non-controversial 80s sitcom, which Ted Lasso kind of reminds me of. It's sort of like, it's just a good show that you kind of watch it and say, like, life's worth living after all.
Oh, people don't always suck. Look at that.
You know what? I mean, I've heard of this show, and I was going to give it a try. So now that you've recommended it, Bradley, I think I will.
The first couple of episodes, you may, have to plow through. And when I say plow through, it's not like it's, oh my God, I got to struggle. Well, it's just kind of, you don't really get a good sense of the character interactions, but then they start building up, and you see kind of reoccurring characters that come into the store and stuff like that, and it's fun. So there you go. Any other TV? Podman Ron, you're a TV lover here. What do you got?
I have nothing, I do not believe, or do I? Did I put anything on the list?
And not on TV, but you do have something for the Bosch report.
Oh, yeah. I finally watched the last episode of Bosch. It was just as bad as the rest.
And is this the last of the season or the last of the series? Or do we know?
They are making a spinoff of Bosch. Right. Apparently, I don't know how this goes, but apparently Amazon lost the rights to it, or they changed networks, or I don't know what it is, but they couldn't use Bosch in the title of the new show. This is something I've read. Yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be called. So the last episode, spoilers for you people watching Bosch, whoever the fuck would that be, but
you can't say that. You've watched the entire show.
No,
you watched the whole fucking thing.
I wish you two need to watch this show. I've never watched a show that.
No. Complain about it.
I've never watched a show where it's so irritating, but yet you get wrapped up into it. It is so cliche. Okay, so at the end, Bosch is decided he's walking out of the department, and is the chief of police is proven to be corrupt with the FBI, and Bosch just had enough, and he storms out, and he does something against what the police chief wants, and he storms out, and he's walking out, and the bad guy gets shot in front of the police department, and Bosch comes up,
steps over his body.
Yeah, he pretty much does, and the cops shoot the guy that shot the bad guy, and because it was like a revenge type thing, and Bosch has just had enough, and the police chief's standing there, and Bosch walks up to him and hands him his badge, and he goes, "You can just keep this," and starts walking off, and the police chief, which any other people would just go, "Whatever, fuck off,"
right.
You know, good riddance.
Saves me
the
some
police
work.
chief's like, "How are you going to live without being a police officer?"
Wait, does he yell that out?
That out? Yeah,
does he yell that out while Bosch is walking across the street and his back's turned?
Wait. While Bosch is walking past the cast, because now the cast is outside.
Right, everybody's standing
the
there.
Dead body. He walks between all the line like it's a parade, and the police chief yells, "What are you going to do if you can't be a cop?" It was so terrible. It was such a terrible line. It was so goofy, and like, no.
Does he answer live my life, or?
I would have said, personally, I would have been like, I'll go to work at Home Depot. I'll be fine.
What if it ended like that? I don't know. I think I'm going to go to CVS.
Bosch should have did. He should have turned around and gone, "I got lined up at Home Depot." But no, Bosch. Next scene, I said it ended there, but there's an end credit scene where Bosch is getting his private investigator's license.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
online? Does he do it online?
He's doing it
shows
online.
him clicking on yes and no answers, and it prints it out at the
You
end.
too could be a private detective.
He puts his credit card details in.
Oh. God, it was so terrible. It was such a bad ending. Anyway.
What's my zip code? Fuck, I forgot where I got this
I forgot my passcode.
At the end, the camera pulls back. He's at his desk. He puts his feet up. The camera keeps pulling back. Somebody's etching into the glass door, Bosch PI, and then it closes. And then the end. Yeah, I love it.
So I'm sure the next...
A saxophone plays in the background.
Okay, now I'm going to really show how much of a fucking loser I am. I know nobody ever has seen, maybe Brad has, but none of our listeners has ever seen My Three Sons. Alex probably never even heard of My Three Sons.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Brad. So, okay, this is
You're both fucking losers.
Okay, I shouldn't even reveal this, but on My Three Sons, the youngest son was Ernie.
Ernie Johnson, I think.
No, Ernie Douglas.
Yeah, I think, but the actor's name was Ernie as well, right?
No, it's Stanley Livingston.
Livingston? I thought that was Chip.
No.
Are you sure about that, Podman Ron?
No, I'm not.
I'm going to have to fact check you.
No, because Chip and Ernie were brothers in real life.
Correct. Right? Yeah, I believe that's true.
So I found, it just popped up one day. I found Ernie on Facebook. So now I follow Ernie.
Oof.
From wait.
Yeah.
I follow Ernie on Facebook, and it turns out over the years you wouldn't recognize him unless you see him now,
right?
Brad, but he's been in all kinds of TV shows. I mean,
okay, I see that.
He's in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's been in all these FBI shows and stuff. And I didn't know this, but he was in Bosch. He's the ME in Bosch.
Oh my gosh, how about that? Wow.
So, I don't know if anybody's still listening to this podcast as I'm rambling on.
I love it.
He revealed that he's coming back as the ME in the new Bosch spinoff. So there's a little.
Really? All right. No, I'm looking. You're absolutely right. That
I have a question. Who the fuck cares
about Barry Livingston? Are you kidding me, Alex? Come on now. Come on.
You're legend.
Hey, you know what, son? Go watch My Three Sons, and then you tell me who cares.
Yeah, tell me who's not crying at the end of that fucking show.
Yes, right.
About fathers and sons. He's got quite the credits to his name here.
Yeah, he's got like a huge list. I thought he just like faded into obscurity, but no, that motherfucker's been working since he was a kid.
Busting his hump, yeah. I feel like a loser.
Busting his hump, man.
67 years old and has been working since he's like 5 or something. That's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's like the lesser known Opie Cunningham.
Well, yeah, little Opie Cunningham. Did he was I right on his name?
Yes,
Stanley
yeah.
Livingston?
Yeah, Barry. Yes,
Barry Livingston.
Stanley played Chip. Yes, I thought his real name was Ernie, though.
I am a fountain of useless knowledge.
You are an amazing person.
You are so special.
That's one way to look at it.
I'm looking at his brother didn't stay. I mean, his brother's got a shit ton of credits as well, but nothing too modern.
Yeah, so there you have it. You know.
Oh, look at that. Good old Barry Livingston. Jeez, congratulations, man. I'm proud of him.
I bet we can get him on the podcast.
I think we can get his brother, but not him. He's too busy. Are you kidding me?
I could. If I started a Bosch podcast, I could get him on it.
You know, and looking at some of his headshots, I mean, he looks like he would play the chief of police, or maybe someone from like IA or something like that. You know, like someone who's going to come in and fuck things up.
The guy who played chief of police is Lance Riddick, which is he's fucking awesome, man. I mean, his talent is definitely wasted on that show.
Well, so it's Barry Livingston's, it sounds like, but okay.
Yeah, probably so.
All right.
So, but yeah, that's it. So, you know, I'll just have to wait for the new show to come out.
All right, I can't wait, and we'll start the new podcast with it, I guess. The new Boschcast. The new and improved Boschcast. All right, Alex, what is coming? What's going on with you next? You're watching movies for cinema, trying to learn a little bit of cinematography from the masters. What else is on your hit list to watch, other than, of course, the things I've recommended?
I would love to go see Free Guy and Shang-Chi. I actually really was going to watch Malignant. I actually heard some decent things from a reviewer that I really like, and I was like, maybe I'll tune in. But, you know, maybe I'll just watch 25 minutes of it.
Yeah, well, while you're goofing on at the internet and doing whatever the kids do, turn it on. It's not going to hurt you.
Okay. And then I'm thinking, I really want to watch Adaptation, and I need to sit down and watch it. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'm not really doing much. I'm really just working on scripts and doing revisions and coverage and all sorts of stuff. I'm
just doing your best life. Another one I just Podman Ron's going to kill us. Another one that I just remembered that again is a little divisive of a movie, and I fucking love it. Is I'm going to screw up the title. Synecdoche, New York.
Yes.
Written by Charlie, I think written and directed by Charlie Kaufman, who did adaptations.
When do y'all have time to watch this kind of shit? I mean, I can't even watch the good stuff, and you guys are watching this.
I'm sorry.
Terrible stuff.
I know. I apologize.
We don't have time to watch this. But go ahead.
All
Proceed.
Right. It's an addiction.
Proceed.
Have you seen it, Alex?
I've almost watched it. I think we were deciding between that and La La Land, and I think I asked to watch La La Land instead.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Synecdoche is a horribly depressing, introspective movie about I guess he's a playwright, maybe. But when you talked about writing scripts and everything, he, writes a script about a movie about his life, and he's trying to find the truth about his life, and it ends up
Charlie Kaufman seems like a one-note writer.
It is, but it's so. It starts. Starts Philip Seymour Hoffman, and
wow.
he's so fantastic at it.
That reminds me of a movie. Have you ever watched The Devil All the Time?
Yep, I've seen with Ethan Hawke, maybe.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Speaking of the depressing movie,
right?
The movie's literally the saddest movie I think I've ever watched in my life. Like, I remember being visibly just depressed after that. I was like, I don't even know what to do. Yeah, I met Ethan Hawke after that screening.
Oh, how about that? Look at that.
At the Virginia Film Festival.
Wow. Well, and Ethan Hawke ties back over to Moon Knight, so there you go.
Yeah. He's very excited about that show.
I would be too if I could suck on that Marvel teat a little bit.
But it's very weird. Like, him and Oscar Isaac are these really high-profile actors, and they're like, this show's fucking bonkers. I fucking love it. So I'm like, wow, this must be indie as hell for these two guys to be like,
so.
Yeah. No, it's called The Paycheck, is what they're getting.
That's what I said.
I don't know. I've never seen two newbie Marvel actors so enthused to be a part of something, especially because
Oscar Isaac will take a paycheck. He was in fucking Apocalypse, for God's sake. He'd take a paycheck.
But I don't know.
For anything.
They don't want to get Johansson. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Oscar Isaacs is he'll do a video for your company if you pay him enough.
He'll do a cameo video.
Yeah, he really is a cameo. He does a cameo. God. Happy birthday, Brad.
Dude, I'm on the set of Moon Knight right now.
Dude, happy birthday. I'm on the set of Moon Knight.
Coming to Disney Plus in November 2022.
So stoked.
So stoked it's your birthday, man. Reminds me of when I did the Apocalypse. That was a great movie, wasn't it?
Hashtag Disney Plus.
Hashtag Disney.
And he's coming out with a new show on HBO, Scenes from a Marriage. Remake of Ingmar Bergman, I believe.
Yes.
Swedish movie.
Yes.
Which looks like it's equally as depressing as All Get Out. So love a good depressing movie.
There's been a lot of movies about. You notice after Marriage Story, there's just been a lot more movies about divorce.
Back to Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson.
There's been a lot. There's just been. That's actually one of my favorite movies of all time.
If you would.
Yes.
I say go to YouTube, look up Norm MacDonald. Get away from this crazy, depressing shit.
Those Mike Tyson shorts on Adult Swim.
and laugh at some Norm
fucking
MacDonald
priceless,
stuff.
Man.
Hey, they're funny. I can't do it. Norm MacDonald.
Exactly.
Hey, whatever happened to Stephen Wright, by the way?
Who?
He was the stand-up comedian that kind of had a little bit of frizzy hair but bald on top, and he would very, very monotone.
That sounds like every comedian.
He'd be like, I went to the dry cleaners today.
Like,
my suit came back wet. Or, it was stuff like that. And he was big in the 80s.
Nice.
Whatever happened to him?
Whatever. Can we make that a segment? What happened to?
That's not a bad segment. Whatever happened
What happened to?
Talk about Justine Bateman and her movie.
Can we talk about Liz McGuire? What happened to Liz McGuire?
Yeah, they were going to do a remake or a reboot of it.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, talk about Doogie Howser.
No, not that.
Yeah.
So, Punky Brewster got canceled.
I saw that, yeah.
After one season. Oh, Punky.
Poor Punky.
Punky.
She got another reduction. Her salary.
Oh.
Speaking of which, see if you get this segue. Have you watched Ghost World recently? Anybody watch Ghost World?
Was that Brad Pitt movie?
A what?
Was that Brad Pitt movie? No, that was Cool World.
That was Cool World. No, this was a young Scarlett Johansson, if you get my segue there from Punky Brewster to young Scarlett Johansson. Based off of a graphic novel. It's good. Steve Buscemi.
You know what I want to watch?
Tell me.
I'm sure it's going to be some
something that Podman Ron's going to disapprove.
Rogers, the musical.
Oh yeah, that does sound good actually.
I want a Captain America musical.
Rogers the musical.
Well, maybe Disney Plus will do a one shot.
That'd be awesome. That would be good.
I think it should be the next rap musical.
that would be good. Was it
just six white people?
Didn't somebody do a screen grab and say something like, I think that's Matt Damon playing Steve Rogers, or isn't there something like that running around the interwebs?
Yeah, they think Thor is played by Chris Evans in the shot.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay, yeah.
But
people are crazy.
I'm like, I don't think any amount of money would get Chris Evans to go, yeah, I'll play Thor.
I won't revive my role of this, but sure, I'll play Thor in the musical.
Yeah, I mean, then again, if you offered me $10 million to do it, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then he talks about how wonderful of a show Hawkeye is. This is I'm so stoked for this show.
He did say he was stoked.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Who you talking about?
We're just bringing it full circle, saying that enough money would make Chris Evans come back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And he would talk about how much he loves working for Marvel and Disney.
I love it.
Oh, they're all shitting on Marvel and Disney right now because of Scarlett Johansson didn't get $100 million like she thinks she deserves for that turd fest.
Wow. All right. Well, so Eternals is coming up next month, right? No, is that October or November? Eternals.
I don't know. What is it?
No one's
November.
November. Okay, so nothing.
No, we got Venom.
We got Venom coming up. You're right. Everybody forgot about that. Tom Hardy is on the doing the press junkets. I think trying to tease out that it's going to be.
Okay, Brad, let's do another movie morning with the boys.
With Venom?
Come on. Yeah, come on.
Oh my God.
They enjoyed that. That'd be fun. Let's go. We're going to an early show. That'd be fun. Let's just do that. Let's plan on doing that.
I'm gonna have to add Venom to the list of movies I'm just not gonna watch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
We'll see. We'll see whenever it comes out. I'm very busy in October.
So what?
I'm very busy in October. I've got.
It comes out October 1st.
It's October
right?
1st. I mean, come on, man.
Okay, I'm not busy that weekend yet, but maybe soon.
What about Eternals? Eternals is November 5th.
I am busy that weekend. I can't see it that weekend. That's Monsterama Con.
What is?
Or no, that's October. Never mind. I forgot.
No, this is November 5th.
I can't go see Eternals.
Yeah, you can. Yes,
it just looks horrible. It looks uninteresting. I won't say it's horrible. It looks uninteresting. That's all.
Well, we used to say the same thing about something else. I'm sure we
did. Yeah.
And we
love Shang-Chi.
Brad, just remember when we first went and saw E.T. as youngsters, we didn't know what that was. We had no idea.
Yeah.
And we went in there and we loved that movie. So there you go.
That's true. That's true. It's always a surprise.
It was about a special ed alien.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Podman Ron has always stood by that E.T. was not the smartest of the aliens.
I mean, if you've been to the ride at Universal, there's a case to be made.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brian always said, Podman Brian always said that, that there was a case to be made.
He was a slow learner. It was just a slow learner.
Yeah, he got left behind. Don't worry about it. He's all right.
Yeah. He just...
All right, so...
He did. He literally got left behind.
Literally got left behind.
Twice.
So, Alex, I really do, eventually, before the end of the year, want you to watch Adaptation and Annette. If you would do that for me, please.
You know what?
That would make me very happy.
Just like my Suicide Squad review, if I watch Adaptation, we'll dedicate a whole episode.
I would love that. I will. You tell me. You text me when you're going to watch it, so I can rewatch it. It's been a while since I have, but
and y'all let me know what episode that is. I won't be on it.
Fine. Well, great. Well,
y'all can put it on the Patreon account.
Podman after Dork. It'll be Podman after Dork. I have very good conversations about cinema with Alex. You, I talk about movies with. Alex, I talk about cinema with.
Oh,
like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I still like it.
Cinema. I still love it.
All right. Well, so we got a few things. Podman Ron, you need to give us some more input for next week. Go see a movie, go see a TV show. Try something new.
Do something with your life.
Do something with your life.
We could do the Deadpool. I mean, there you go. There's something we could...
Well, we'll save that for a Christmas episode, maybe.
Christmas special. Who's going to die?
We've had a lot of people die this year.
Yeah. If only we did a Deadpool during 2020.
Yeah, that would have been good. But, yeah.
Have we had a lot of people die this year?
Yeah,
it feels like it. Ed Asner.
I mean, other than Norm MacDonald, who's really died?
Well, we used to cover 1 or 2 a week. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but were they big though?
I mean, no one cared about. I mean, Charlie
Watts. I didn't give a crap
about who. Charlie who?
The drummer from the Rolling Stones.
Oh
yeah.
The guy from The Wire last week or week before last.
I didn't know who that was.
No, that's true, but it still doesn't negate the fact that he's dead. Podman Ron thinks he's like the fucking Watcher or whatever. It's like, I oversee everything. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
I don't know who that was, man.
I get that.
He wasn't famous because I didn't know him.
I mean, I understand that, but his family's still grieving. But
I'm sure. I'm not
sure. I just don't give a shit.
The weatherman guy.
Oh yeah, Willard Scott. God bless.
Who?
Willard Scott.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Condolences to his family, though.
Of course, yes.
I don't care.
But Podman Ron, yeah, we need you to see a movie at least.
Okay.
We didn't do a streaming wheel, but
we didn't do a streaming wheel, but we'll get back on track with that. We'll give that a break. We'll give the wheel a break.
Give the wheel a break. Maybe we'll just refresh it a little bit.
Yeah.
So come back with your suggestions and come back with a new movie that maybe a good surprise movie that none of us have seen before. Podman.
All right, I'll find something. I've got one in mind that I've been wanting to watch. So
it'll shock, it'll surprise,
shock and amaze.
All right, well that sounds like a good time. But until next time, Alex.
Oh, save it for the podcast.